Hey, welcome to Rootabaga Kids. A little different venue this time. Unfortunately, we can't be up in the library where all the kids are sitting on the floor and dancing, but I guess at least we are in person, so I'm happy about that. Thank you to Soul Message for getting up early and doing an air show after doing 2 shows here last night. So thank you to all our sponsors, Knox College, the NEA, Galesburg Community Foundation, and everyone else who helps put this on. Thanks for coming out. I hope you enjoy and learn something. And here we go with Soul Message.
Hello. Hello, good morning. How's everybody doing? One more time. Good morning. How's everybody doing? All right, I want to let you know who's playing for you real quick. How about a big hand for Mr. Geof Bradfield? On guitar, Mr. Lee Rothenberg. I'm yours truly, Mr. Greg Rockingham on drums. And last but not least, the one and only Mr. Chris Foreman on the Hammond B3 organ. So I'll just start out by pointing this out because it's remarkable. We don't have a whole lot of time. But I don't know, most of you, the few of you weren't here when Mr. Foreman walked in, but he's completely blind. He was born without eyes. So how does that tie into the instrument that he plays and how he's able to master this instrument completely blind? So it would not be appropriate for me to describe his instrument, so I'm going to let him do that. Here's Mr. Chris Foreman.
Thank you, thank you. This organ is similar to the piano, has keys on it and such, but it can make a whole lot of different sounds. Sometimes it can sound like other times it can sound like a piano. There's the piano. Other times it can sound like a trumpet. And we combine these instruments to make music and various effects. And that's how we play.
Okay, and the one thing that I will point out that, excuse my back, that he has controls on this instrument. All people that play this instrument have the same controls pretty much. So I'm going to turn this speaker around so you can see how that takes place.
So Greg's going to turn this Leslie speaker around, which is a big part of the Hammond B3 organ sound. And you can see when Chris plays, it spins in the back, and it gives it this stereo sound with the two of them there.
Thank you. Chris Foreman, did you see the fans spin around and all that? Did you see all that? That was great. All right, we're going to, let me see. We're doing okay with time? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Now, we're going to turn this over to Mr. Lee Rothenberg and let him explain about things that he does in this band.
How's everybody doing? Great to be here. My name's Lee. And yeah, let me explain a little bit what I do. And I'm the guitarist. And as you can see, this is my guitar. And you know, my job is to support Chris and to support the rest of the band playing chords and stuff. For instance, on this last tune. So that allows Chris to be a little free with what he's playing and to also create a little bit like rhythmic, something that's sort of repetitive that you guys can latch onto as well and the audience and tap your foot to, hopefully. I'll also play single note melodies like on the first tune. So that will be at the beginning of a tune, and we're trying to establish what the tune is about and the main premise, and we'll play, you know, the melody together. I'll share that role with Geof, and also I get the opportunity to play solos with these guys, and then Chris and Greg will be supporting me while I play improvised lead lines as well. So that's my job, and right here is this is a guitar that is it's called a hollow body guitar, and it's perfect for jazz. It sort of has like a warm acoustic sound without the amp. But it's also electric and it can get pretty loud. And the reason that can happen is because just like Chris, I have a speaker as well. It's a bit smaller, as you can see. It's right here. And the guitar plugs right into that, and through the magic of electricity, we get an electric guitar. So thank you so much for listening.
All right, Mr. Lee Rothenberg. So before we go into this next tune, it's a song that was, it was a song that was written by Quincy Jones, and we're gonna let Mr. Bradfield explain about what he does in his instrument.
So this Quincy Jones tune we're going to play is a good example of how the saxophone is often seen as like a melody instrument that goes on top of the rhythm section, but I don't think of it like that. And I think that any good saxophone player playing in a band doesn't really think about it like that. So in this piece that we're going to play by Quincy Jones that he wrote for his daughter on her birthday, part of my job is to play with the rhythm section and to support Greg while he's going to play some solos in between these sections that we play. And part of my job is to play the melody with Lee, and then part of my job is to take an improvised solo myself. So there's a little bit of variety. Unlike these folks, I don't have an amplifier, but fortunately I kind of am my own amplifier. Even without electricity, you'd probably be able to hear me in here. Saxophone could be very, very soft or pretty loud. Sorry, I'm off mic and I'm shouting, which is completely unnecessary. My job is to blend in with what they're doing, because as a trio, these guys rehearse and play a lot separately. So a huge part of my job is to figure out quickly how to do exactly what they're doing in terms of phrasing with them and knowing their repertoire and things like that. So that's really what I do.
Jessica's birthday. All right, we're going to play one more, but before we do that, I'm going to tell you a bit about what I do and how that you're just getting started in life. I kind of wish I was just getting started in life, but that's okay. But you always accept challenges or things that you're presented with. And no matter what happens, you always want to learn, you always want to read, you always want to study. Like we said, Mr. Foreman was born without eyes, and he didn't let that stop him. And he's one of the best organ players, not just in Chicagoland or Illinois, but in the country and in the world. But we all need helpers, and I just got a text to remind you and ask Andy for forgiveness because he plays bass, but you don't see a bass player in here like he does. But we do play bass, and Chris does that with his left hand. So he's acting as two people. So go ahead. Okay, so you can't have music. Thank you, Chris. You can't have music unless you have that bottom, that bass, because that's what makes you dance. But my job is to keep time, make sure the band doesn't speed up or slow down. That doesn't always work out, but that's what I'm supposed to do. And then play off different ideas that all three of these guys do and support. So you don't want to see a drummer like playing a bunch of solos through everybody else's solos. You have to be disciplined enough to stay within the music and support everybody else. And then when I was younger, I might have wanted to do that, but I rarely want to take solos because of another thing that I go through. So I have an autoimmune disease called multiple sclerosis. And this is not the correct instrument or the right instrument to play when you have that disease, but it's the best instrument to play when you have that disease because it keeps me working. But it's always on my mind, what can I do, what do I have to do to get through this day or to get through this night? And watching Chris and other people in the world, that helps me to continue. But it's always on my mind, but I'm not gonna let it stop me. But I also have helpers that really take care of me. And I'm not gonna introduce her first. I'm gonna introduce the most important helper. Let's see, I've never done this, so let's see if she'll do it. And this is my helper. Sometimes you say, well, the dog is, you're not blind like Mr. Foreman, or it's not a big dog, but this dog I've had since she was a puppy. And she helps me stay calm. She lays across my legs when they hurt on her own. She's wonderful. She's wonderful. Her name is Morgan, and I pretty much take her everywhere I go. But there's one more person I try to take everywhere I go, and that's my wife, Cindy. So this is not like convenient because I love my dog. I just want to take her. She honestly helps me stay in a good mood, helps me stay healthy, reminds me to take my medicine. So everybody needs help, and it's okay to ask. Okay, how about I have Cindy and Morgan? Okay, we're going to finish up with a it's a Blue Mitchell trumpet player that has passed on, and then I'm going to play a little bit on the drums, and this is called Fuji Mama.
How about it? One more time for Soul Message Band. We want to thank everyone for coming out and tuning in online. Yeah, thank you guys for coming out this morning. Thanks for coming to Galesburg again. Join us at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock tonight for Greg Ward's Rogue Parade, online and here. I believe there's probably tickets if you call up. Is the box office going to be open? No. Okay, never mind. Tune in online if you don't have tickets. All right, thanks again.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
what you found. Tell me why you're staying on the ground. Gave it all the thought you had. Maybe now you'll sink, won't be so bad. Take your fear and wipe away regrets that come undone. Save it for a moment, not today. You and I had more than we could count, playing all the moves we figured out. What we reached was maybe worth the care. Opened up to find it's not all there. Take your fear and wipe away all the mere regrets that come undone. Save it for a moment, not today. Why'd you wait to keep that time? Why open the door, choose not to stay?